Welcome back. In a vote today, the Wisconsin Elections Commission shuts down a second attempt to recall Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. The bipartisan commission said the recall petition didn't have enough valid signatures because 188 of them were collected beyond the 60-day circulation window. Recall organizers argue they should be counted because the submission date was extended 2 days because of Memorial Day. But the commission members said the law allowed for moving the petition's filing due date, not the 60-day deadline. Recall organizers targeted Vos after he refused calls to decertify President Joe Biden's narrow win in 2020. The commission's decision can be appealed to the circuit court.